What is happening there, J Gamer Dude here, and I don't believe I've ever seen anything like this before, where a game is both announced and shut down, or, well, announces its release and announces a shutdown pretty much in the exact same tweet at the same time. Like, it feels so weird and backwards for all that it's worth, but the game that I'm talking about is Love Live School Idol Festival 2. Which is a sequel to Love Live School Idol Festival that had been out since 2013, 2014, and then was shut down in 2022 in favor of a sequel that would, hopefully for fans, would do more and be more. So ultimately, the tweet itself read like this, which I have right here. We are excited to break the news to you that the global version of Love Live School Idol Festival 2 Miracle Live is launching soon in February 2024. However, we also want to inform you that the global version will close its doors on May 31st, 2024. And cease in-app purchases accordingly. We appreciate the love and support you've shown, and we're committed to these last few months an unforgettable moment. It's interesting that is something that is happening because the Japanese version actually launched last year and just to provide a bit more context, so this is where I'm kind of going to go into it, but in terms of actual details, the Japanese version did launch in March of last year, so March of 2023, and is set to actually shut down at the end of February this year. So the fact that the Japanese version is shutting down before the global version could launch, and it looks like it's actually now going to launch before the Japanese version shuts down, and then shut down the global version with a mere 3 months if you're being incredibly charitable on the actual estimate of how long the game is going to last. And to provide even further context, so the previous title, Love Live School Idol Festival, launched back in 2014 and shut down in 2022. And they did announce that they were going to be doing a sequel, which was like, okay, that's cool. They did actually do something slightly interesting as well. Normally when a game shuts down, you lose all of your progress. But in the case of Love Live School Idol Festival, because it's tied to your KLab account, you could actually carry over your progress from the previous game over to this one. So I thought, okay, that's actually a pretty neat idea, and it seems novel because not a lot of live service games, especially in the mobile space, actually do this. Now, reading through the grapevine as to why potentially this game failed, looks like Love Live School Idol Festival 2 lacked additional features, so it was pretty much too similar to Love Live School Idol Festival 1. In terms of the actual microtransactions, it looks like they actually jacked up the price to an insane degree that people started actively rejecting the game. And also, they had a game called Love Live, it was like Love Live All Stars or something like that, which had more RPG elements, and so the global fan base at least, so this is the perspective that I'm talking from, did actually kind of think that, okay, maybe with some of the RPG elements from All Stars, that might be implemented into School Idol Festival 2. But ultimately, School Idol Festival 2 was just a pure rhythm game with none of the RPG elements from All Stars, and pretty much the exact same game as the original School Idol Festival, with the one major difference being that there's less songs at launch than what was in the game before. All of the collabs that they did before are all gone now because obviously the game shut down, and even if your stuff did carry over, it seems like some of the Hatsune Miku stuff or some of the other anime collaborations that they did just wouldn't carry over to the new game because that content wasn't in there. Above all else, the prices for the microtransactions were also jacked up to an insane degree as well. So it's just interesting to see all of these little bits and pieces sort of fall together, but also be able to see how the whole thing just kind of crumbled apart into absolutely nothing, ultimately leading to the game shutdown, which is a very curious case of what we've seen with the Japanese version and what's now going to be following with the English version. I wouldn't call it English. It's called a global version because it does actually support, Korean and other languages as well. So I suppose it is unfair of me to say that it's like, the English version. But yeah, I don't believe I've ever seen a game announce its shutdown and its launch in the exact same tweet. If that has happened before, please let me know in the comments below. I'm genuinely surprised at this, and I feel like I shouldn't be, but then again, also given just how many games are shutting down this year alone, potentially looking at that, what was being shut down like last year and what's going to be happening this year, especially with so many people losing their jobs, and the idea of the potential of companies going under being more than what we are ever going to see moving forward. It's a scary time to be a game dev, and I don't envy anyone who is going to be jumping into this industry. And I think, if nothing else, this is going to deter people from wanting to come into the industry. Then are we just going to be missing out on developers? Will the industry even exist if there are any developers? Who knows? Really, who knows? But at the end of the day, we can only wait and see how the tea leaves fall, and ultimately that is what I'm going to be leaving you guys with. Please comment below if you know of any other games that have announced their release and shutdown in the exact same tweet. And I want to specifically lean towards games that are online specifically, because that's the interesting one. Also, this game is expected to last at most 3 months, but most likely it's going to be two and a half maybe, realistically speaking. So if you know of any other games that kind of also lasted as little time as this, including the mobile space, because apparently there are games that do shut down quite quickly in the mobile sector, please comment that in the comment section below, because I would actually like to do a bit more research regarding this as well. Again, everything that I'm saying is kind of off the top of my head, so it'll do me well to actually do like a properly written sort of report like video almost, rather than me just spouting out nonsense into a microphone, trying to like get my thoughts out. But yeah, other than that, please like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 200 subs by the end of the year, and I do want my videos to go out to more people, because I would actually like to hear more so from the Love Live fan base, because the stuff that I've gotten is through the grapevine, through the Reddits, through some of the comments of the tweets, just to kind of get an idea or a vibe of like exactly what's going on. And unfortunately, you can only get so much info in a short amount of time. So if there are any Love Live fans out there, yes, please comment below as well. I would be interested to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on this as well. But with all that said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.